Hello and welcome to Friends and Models for Heroes YouTube channel and another unboxing, and this unboxing will be for the next three veterans build, which will commence when we finish doing the Whippet build, which is currently in progress. And our next build will be Spitfire MKIX9c beer delivery by ICM, and we decided to pick this one because it was a little bit different. Yes, it's a Spitfire build, but it's a little bit different in the fact that there's quite an interesting history behind it. It was a real event just after Normandy in 1944, just after D-Day. Henniger and Constable donated free beer to the troops over on the Normandy beaches, and the issue they had, however, was the logistics supply chain was very, very busy at the time, and they couldn't get it across the channel. However, a local squadron operating the MKIX9c, which was designed to carry bombs under the wing, worked out that they could replace the bombs with beer barrels with a little bit of adaptation, and so they adapted the pylons to carry beer barrels, and they also worked out that if they flew high enough, the contents of the barrels could be refreshed, which would mean that the beer was consumable immediately upon landing. Interestingly, the MOD or the War Office, as it would be then, gave the modification an official description, which was Mod XXX, and also they came up with a variation where they steam cleaned the long range fuel tanks out and filled those with beer as well, all to get troop beer across the channel to the troops in Normandy. But anyway, this is the kit we're going to do. It's the Spitfire, as I say, 1/48 scale from ICM. I have cheated. I've taken because it's a box within a box. I've already taken the lid off the box, and this is the actual box we're met with. So we've got our instructions there, which I'll go through in a minute. Some decals, and then various sprues, which I've already debagged because makes a hell of a racket. So I'll put those to one side, and we'll have a look at the instructions. But what I might need to do is zoom out a little bit if it will let me, and it will not let me, so we'll do as best we can. So this is the instruction book that comes with it, very glossy. Got a description about the Spitfire itself, various details about its operating altitude, speeds, all that sort of thing, and then we've got Revel and Tamiya paints listed, as well as I believe the ICM range. So there we are. And we open up got the sprue call-outs. There are various parts that aren't used. Obviously, bombs were replaced with beer barrels, so they're not used, and there's various other parts marked Spitfire that we're not using on this build. So, unusual in that we don't start with the cockpit. We build the engine, and there's quite a nice little engine to build up here, which I'm quite looking forward to doing, and I may do some detailing on it when we do the build, just to try and display it. I've got a plan to display the Spitfire with the top cowling cover off, so you can see the engine, but still with the beer barrels underneath. That's the plan that's going through my head at the moment. So we build the engine up, build the frame for the engine to go into, the cradle if you like, and then we move on to the fuselage, the door, various bits and bobs, oxygen tanks, etc. going in, and then various side pieces, and then the engine will go sandwiched between the two fuselage sides. Then we start on the actual cockpit itself. So we've got the frame, the seat, and just put in the seat will drop in from, or will go in from underneath and into its correct position. It asks then to put the top cover on. I'm going to try and do that so it can be taken off. Okay, and the canopy I probably won't put on at this stage. I may or may not. I'll see how I feel. Various other bits and pieces on the undercarriage bays there. Air scoops, machine guns, the wings coming together, sandwiching together, and then the whole wing assembly pushes up into the fuselage assembly. Hopefully this bit here, which is normally gives me problems on Spitfires, you don't get a nice join, but hopefully we'll get a nice join on that one. Wingtips going on, cockpit canopy going on, and I believe you can have it open or closed. Ailerons, and then the air cooler, air scoop, radiator, prop, machine guns or cannons, and then we've got underneath we have the undercarriage going in. The infamous beer barrels then being put together, and the long range fuel tank. Attaching those and then ending up with our fully completed Spitfire. And then we've got colour call outs in, as I say, ICM, Tamiya and Revel colours, although I will be trying to use real colours on it because I like real colours. So you can do one is 412 Squadron, Royal Canadian Air Force in Normandy, July 1944, or you can do number 308 Polish Squadron, Normandy, late July 1944, but both have the beer barrels on. You'll notice that the Canadian one, the beer barrel is literally just the beer barrel slapped underneath, but the Polish one, they've actually put a bit of streamlining on the front of the beer barrel. So that'd be interesting. I might do the Polish one. So let's have a look at the plastic. And we'll start off with the clear parts. I won't get them out of the bag, but yeah, nice looking clear parts. Nice and not much distortion. Lovely. Then we've got the wings. Again, lots of detail. Really quite nice. No flash whatsoever, which is nice. And most of the ejector pin marks have been dealt with. Some more the tail assemblies, the bombs, none of that we'll be using because we're going to put the beer barrels in, obviously. That I believe, that I believe is part of the cowling that I'm hoping to leave off, but it might not be. There's the air scoop. More bombs that we won't use, and the radiators and various other bits and pieces, the wingtips. Or again, no flash on there whatsoever, really nicely moulded and nice plastic too. And there's our fuselage, cockpit details, cockpit floor, a nice detailed instrument panel, some wheels there, one-piece wheels, not weight on though, but again nice detail inside, and I believe you can have the door open or closed, but you need to cut it away. Very nice. There's the other side of the fuselage, and then the engine, which is made up of quite a few parts, which say I'm hoping to do some detailed work on that. And then there's the prop, which is separate props, separate blades to the props. Very good. And then there are the beer barrels, complete with the addition of the aerodynamic front for the nose. Very nice. So there it is. That will be the 3 Veterans next build. Looking forward to starting that when the Whippet build's complete. Can't give you a date yet because we're still doing the Whippet build, but hopefully you'll join us watching that live when we build it. And it's a very nice kit. Looking forward to building it.